What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 14 of my Detroit Tigers Out of the Park series. In today's episode, we're going to be going into the third offseason of the series. This one's going to be huge. We have a lot of moves to decide on, a lot of moves to make. First, we're going to jump into some messages that I've gotten to start the offseason. So first, let's go over the manager and GM firings. Alex Cora fired in Boston. Bob Melvin gets fired from Oakland. Then we have the GM of Oakland also getting fired. We have Girardi getting fired from Philadelphia. David Ross gets fired in Chicago. And they also fire their GM in Chicago. David Bell forced out of Cincinnati. And then we have Mike Schmidt fired from St. Louis. So lots of big firings and GMs getting fired as well. So big moves there. Luckily, we had a good season last year, so we are not one of those guys getting fired. Next thing I want to go over is this player option or team option here for Edwin Diaz. We are going to accept this team option here. He's going to be on our team next year, or he's at least going to be a piece that we might trade away. I've thought about that too. $8 million is a lot, so we might even trade him away sooner rather than later if we do trade him, but we'll see. So that's taken care of. Next, I wanted to go over the goals that we completed this year. So being a top team is what he's happy about. We completed having a good record. We upgraded at the catcher position by getting Joey Bart, so he's happy about that. We increased the attendance that he wanted to, so he's happy about that. He's not happy about us not upgrading the manager, but we really did. He wanted a legendary reputation manager. We got excellent, and Brady Williams, who's excellent reputation. AJ Hinch was just average, I'm pretty sure, reputation. So we upgraded. It just wasn't what he wanted. I don't plan on firing Brady Williams and getting another manager in here. He managed us really well this year. 88 and 75 record in his first year as a major league manager, so I'm happy with what he did. Improve your draft record. We have guys that are going to be on the roster this year that are draft picks, so that should come this year. And we completed the goal of making the playoffs, so now we have some new goals. He wants us this year to achieve a winning record, upgrade at first base, sign Edwin Diaz, increase attendance from 28,000 to 39,000. That one's going to be really hard to do. He wants to bring in a manager with a better reputation, which I don't know if that's going to happen. And then he wants us to bring in more players that we drafted. Like I said, that's going to happen. And then reach the World Series in the next 6 years is a long-term goal that he wants. That's also my long-term goal, I guess. It's very reasonable considering this is our first year in the playoffs. 5 years from now, I hope we're at least in the World Series. He also let us know that our fan loyalty increased, which is good. And then he went over the budget, which isn't really that much of an increase, I don't think. It's basically exactly what it was last year. I don't see it helping us at all. Evan Longoria retired. Like I said, he probably would. Doesn't really affect us that much. He was really just a bench bat. And then we have the end of the season top prospect list. We have Tamar Johnson at number 1. We can take a look at the minor league system report. We are number 1 now by 2 points. Tamar, Torkelson, Zion Rose, and then Carter Young is actually on the top 100 prospects, which is interesting. He's basically major league ready already. He's not getting too much better. I really liked him, and that's why I drafted him. I believe he was, the second-round pick. He looks like he already has a good bat. He has good speed and stuff. Decent defense, good enough for the major league level, and his personality ratings are good. They're good for me. I like it. He might even be a backup on our team this year. We'll see. So that's going to do it for the messages. So I'm probably going to go ahead, try and look at a few moves. Actually, I did want to go over the arbitration here real fast. We're going to just leave everything how it is. The only person I'm considering right now is Brandon Woodruff. $13 million is a lot for him. I was able to offer an extension. I went to it, and I was just seeing what I could do. I think I got it down to $10 million for 3 years. All 3 years at $10 million. I think he's able to accept this, I'm pretty sure, but I just don't feel like paying him $10 million. So I didn't submit it. I'm not sure what I want to do with him yet. $10 million is a lot for a 30-year-old who wasn't even that great for us. He was good, but he wasn't great. Especially with that last year being a player option. If it was a team option, maybe. I don't think he's going to be willing to change his mind there. Yeah, he doesn't like maybe. So he says team option with $1 million buyout. I'm definitely more inclined to do this deal. I'm going to ask for a response. Team option, $1 million buyout. I'm gonna go ahead and submit that. I didn't think I was gonna go ahead and do that, but I like that deal. It's basically a 2-year, $20 million deal. He was good enough to make that money, I think, for this year, and it avoids us having to give him 13 plus million in salary arbitration, which helps us out this year. So once he accepts that, that'll go away. Everyone else is making a decent amount here. It's not anything crazy. The craziest is Hernandez here at 6.6, but he's pretty good. I don't really see an issue with paying him that much. I'm sure if we tried to extend him, it would be for way more. Yeah, $7 million is what he wants here for a 1-year deal. So it's just not worth trying to work with that. I'm just going to leave that how it is. And then lastly, we're going to offer the qualifying offer to Mondesi. He's probably going to decline it, but at least then if we lose him, we get compensation. If he accepts it, then amazing. That's perfect. We are losing Aroldis Chapman, Billy Hamilton, Austin Hedges, and Jose Ramirez. Billy Hamilton was just a AAA guy. Sometime was on the Major League roster. Aroldis Chapman, I already said I was going to get rid of him in the Season 3 recap, and I've also said it in past episodes that I don't want him this year. Austin Hedges, I'm going to try and bring back. I might even have the room now to bring him back. Yeah, I do have the room now. We're going to try and offer him a 2-year deal. We're going to try and go down to $1 million each year. We're going to ask for a response, and we're going to submit it. He's going to be a good backup catcher for us, so I'm happy if he does accept that. And then we have Jose Ramirez that we're losing. I'm probably going to let him go, if we're being honest. I'd rather try and bring back Mondesi over Ramirez. I don't even see us bringing both of them back, but if we can bring one of them back, it's going to be Mondesi. So Jose Ramirez is almost definitely gone. And then we're losing a lot of guys here from the minor league system. A lot of them are going to go. Guys like Mitch Keller, Dennis Santana, Christian Stewart. Those are guys that were like sort of big. They were somewhat going into the major league team. They weren't really, though. They were sort of back and forth. Dennis Santana is probably the hardest to lose because he was actually pretty good for us for a stretch there. But I'm going to have to let him go. We just don't have the space for him. So that's going to do it for right now. I'll probably see you guys maybe when we're hearing back about awards, or we hear back from salary arbitration hearings, or if we're deciding to make a move, and I'll probably just see you guys then. Alright, we're back a few days away from arbitration hearings, but I wanted to go over a few things before that. Brandon Woodruff does sign his contract extension. The fans are very happy about it. And then Austin Hedges also goes ahead and signs his contract extension, so that's really good. Next, we have all of the award winners. Evan White's basically the only player on our team that won any of the American League awards. He wins a Gold Glove at first base. Reliever of the year, we didn't even have anybody in the top 5 here. Nick Anderson does win it, though. Then we go to Platinum Stick winners. None of our guys win it either. You can take a look here at who did win it. There you go. And then we have AL Rookie. This one is kind of hurtful. Bryant Packard wins it. We traded him to the Royals, and he wins it with a .260 average and 20 home runs and 78 RBIs. Spencer Torkelson comes in 4th with, I think that's 2 first-place votes there. So that's pretty good, I guess. He didn't have a good season at all, though, so I don't think he deserved it, but that's that, I guess. You know, we did trade him away thinking that he was probably going to be good one day. Turns out he's pretty good now. Maybe he'll turn to something better. Manager of the year goes to the Twins manager. That's kind of obvious. He was the best. He had the best record. Berea here wins the Cy Young. None of our guys come in the top 7, I believe this is. And then we have MVP goes to Vladimir Guerrero Jr. None of our guys were even in the running in this top whatever right here, unfortunately. And then that's going to do it for now. Next time I see you will be in 3 days, when we're hearing about the salary arbitration results. All right, here we are with the arbitration results. First, Mondesi declines our qualifying offer, which is exactly what we expected to happen. So that's not a concern to me right now. Joey Bart receives $4 million instead of the $5 million he wanted, so I'm happy that we at least won that. You know, that $1 million is sort of a big deal for us. Next, we'll go to Aaron Fletcher, who gets $850,000 instead of $1.5 million, which is good. That's a decent amount right there. Hernandez, though, gets a huge contract difference. We wanted 5, he got 7.5, $2.5 million more. So basically, any money that we make up for winning any of these arbitration hearings, we're going to lose here. This is a lot of money. Munoz gets a whole million more, for $4.4 million instead of $3.5 that we wanted. He deserves it, though. He's really, really good, so he deserves all of that, but still unfortunate that we have to give him more. Brian Garcia gets about $500,000 more than what we wanted to give him. That's fine. Tukey gets the $1 million that we wanted to give him. He only wanted $300,000 more, so that's not a big deal for him. Same with Casey Mize. He gets $1 million instead of 1.4 that he wanted. Not a big deal there. And then Domingo Germán gets the exact same thing that Casey Mize wanted. He gets $1 million, and he wanted 1.4. So overall, we basically broke even with winning and losing there. I'm fine with it. It's not a huge deal. At least we know who we have right now. I'm just going to go ahead and, while we're here, just go ahead and simulate to the free agent filings. And here's the free agent filings. Obviously, Jose Ramirez, Mondesi are here from our team. There's also Brian Anderson, Muncy, Matt Chapman, Marquez, Merrifield, Syndergaard, Machado opts out, which is interesting, and then Lorenzo Cain. Those are the top free agents in this free agent class. One thing I wanted to go over, though, real fast was we did actually go out and already sign someone. I saw him on the free agent list. I'm pretty sure he's some international guy, but he's not an international player that we had to bring in. This is going to be his first year in the majors with us. I'm 99% sure. He looks really, really good. He's 23, basically literally days away from being 24. 2.5 star overall, 3.5 potential. He throws 98 to 100. He's a power pitcher, which is what I really like. He has decent pitches here, good fastball, good slider, decent curveball. But the contract's the main reason why I brought him in. 6 years, $570,000 each year is an absolute steal. Even if he doesn't turn out to be a great piece, that value there is amazing for what he could provide. Even if it's just a minimum role with us, it's still really, really good for us. So I'm happy with that. Now that we've seen the free agent filings, probably the next time I see you guys will be we're negotiating with Mondesi, or we're negotiating with another free agent, or we're making a move, I guess. Those are the only 3 things I could see us doing. So I'll see you guys next time we're doing one of those. Alright, we're back here on December 12th. I have a few moves in the works that sort of work together. It's sort of a trade I sort of stumbled upon when I was just seeing what players' valued were at, and it's kind of a very interesting one. I'm almost positive I'm doing it. It's a very good deal. I've talked it out in my head a lot. Here's the deal with the Washington Nationals. We're going to be trying to get Trey Turner, who's a 30-year-old shortstop, still very, very good. You know, in all of the seasons we've simmed, he's hit very, very good. His lowest was 287 batting average with a 335 on base, and his OPS plus was still 106. So all of his seasons have been really, really good. His OPS plus has been well above average in all of his seasons. He's just really, really good. Even at 30 years old, I think he's still going to be a superstar for us, if not an all-star for us. He's going to be the contact that we need compared to the power that we have. We are giving up a whole lot, though. A lot of this is for money purposes because we're not bringing back Mondesi or Ramirez, but there is someone else I want to get. Let's start with the big pieces, Edwin Diaz and Hernandez. Edwin Diaz, I was probably going to trade anyway. I accepted his team option because he wanted around 9 or 10, I think, or maybe it was even 12 for an extension. So I went ahead and accepted that because that was a good deal to begin with, and we could just trade him away. Hernandez here, he's really good. We brought him in to be our closer a while ago, but then we brought in so many other arms since then. He's really, really good. We have a lot of really good pieces, though, and he's just not really... He's let us down a few times in a few big games. Never to lose, but it's just I can see that he's not necessarily like elite that I want. And then we go ahead to the second the second tier of players that we're giving up. Kyle Doy. He's been in AAA a lot. He's been stuck there because we have so many good pieces. He is a fly ball pitcher, though. He doesn't throw very hard. He has really good pitches, though, that he does have. His good stuff, but his control is bad. And I know that's a big factor into it, so... It was either him or Duvall that was going to go, Camilo Duvall, but I decided to stick with Duvall. he still has a little bit of potential left in him. He has better control. He's better all-around pitching stuff. So I was happy to keep him instead of Doy. Next, we give up Tyler Johnson, who I was fine with getting rid of. I wanted to get rid of him anyway. Doesn't have good personality traits right here, really. He's not that great. He was sitting in AAA for a long time. I don't see him ever being a piece for us, so I'm fine with shipping him away. And then we're giving up a prospect in Harrison Dorsett. We drafted him in 2021. He was our first draft picks that we drafted. He throws 96 to 98, which is pretty good for I'm pretty sure he's a starting pitcher, yeah. He has a good fastball, good slider, good changeup, decent curveball, can develop more too. He looks pretty decent. I don't think he's ever going to be anything amazing. I don't think he's ever going to be an ace or anything, so I was fine with getting rid of him. And we're also getting $2 million in cash, and they're going to pay half of Trey Turner's contract, this is sort of different than any other trade we've made that's a big trade. He signed for 3 years, so we're going to have him until 2026, which is really, really good. It means we won't have to worry about extending him this offseason and then losing him like we did Mondesi and Ramirez. So we're only going to pay him $9.5 million for the next 3 years each year. I'm really happy with bringing him in. He's going to be a real good complement to the rest of our bats, so I'm going to go ahead and do that deal. The fans are really happy with that. I'm happy with it. And then I want to tell you what's going to pair with that, because we go to the pitching staff. Right now, we're missing at least one pitcher probably, I would say. Maybe more. We need a closer. An elite closer, I think. And if I say elite closer, who comes to your mind? Probably Josh Hader most of the time. And he's available in free agency for only $13.5 million. He is 29 too, so that's a great age for a pitcher, right in his prime still. He still throws hard. I think he's going to be a really, really, really good piece for us. I already offered him a contract. Let's go take a look at it. Let me go back real fast. And we'll go to pending offers. Josh Hader, I offered 13.2 average salary. I think this year, though, it's going to be like 9.3 because it needs to fit in with our budget. And I wanted to go ahead and offer it before someone else offered him something. I think it's going to be a good deal. It's 4 years long. He's going to be 33 when it expires, which is fine with me. He's going to be a really good piece for us. I think bringing in all of these different guys to make our team more well-rounded is a lot better, and we can focus our money on really elite players instead of just sort of good players that aren't necessarily elite. I'm really happy with it. We probably are still some moves away from being done, but those are really good starting moves. So I'll see you guys next time we're making another move. Alright, I was here just looking at some different trades to do, just seeing who's available. So I went ahead and I looked for the rebuilding teams in our league, and I went and saw that the Diamond Dogs here, aka the Marlins, are rebuilding, and I just wanted to see if they had any of their starting pitchers available, and Trevor Rogers is available for trade, and we can submit an offer right now, straight up Tyler Frank for Trevor Rogers. I'm very interested in doing this trade because Tyler Frank's 3 stars right now. He's basically at his peak value, I think, that he's going to get to. I don't really need him necessarily. We have a backup shortstop in our system right now. I forget what his name is. We drafted him this year, Carter Young. He's 22. He has good defensive stats, good speed, a decent bat. I think he's going to be a really good middle infielder for us. Maybe he can be moved to third. That arm's a little worrying, but I really like what he could bring. He's Major League ready right now, I think. So I think giving up Tyler Frank and getting someone like Trevor Rogers in return would be huge. He's 3.5 star overall. He has really good pitches. He's 95 to 97. He's a power pitcher. I really like what he's done. And if we look at his stats, this is a big part. Last year, 3.08 ERA, 3.35 FIP. Both really, really good. Really good ERA plus, really good FIP minus. I really like that. He pitched in a lot of games. And even in the past, he's pitched good. A 3 ERA in 2022. And then a 4.4 ERA in 2021 even isn't that bad. We've had worse guys in our starting rotation. So I'd be fine with that. He strikes out a good amount of batters. He doesn't walk that many, I guess. I'm happy with it. I really want to do this trade. I'm not going to go ahead and give them any one of the players that they want to make this work now. I'm going to go ahead and submit it, see what they say back. and then hopefully they want something smaller, like maybe a Jim Little or a Trey Cruz or something that's not a big prospect that I don't care about getting rid of, in order for us to get him for cheap, because that would be a huge addition to our starting rotation. Now we would have Castillo and Woodruff paired with him. That's a good three-headed monster there. And then we also have Casey Mize coming back, and then we have Tukey and Lejay at the bottom of the rotation. Those guys have been huge for us. And then we also have Jack Leiter that we still have, who I'm not sure what I want to do with him yet. He's not looking that great. He's definitely fallen off a lot. Let's take a look at him real fast. Only 2-star overall, 2.5 potential. He pitched decent in AAA. I'm just not sure if he's ever going to be ready. He has bad personality traits here. I'm almost thinking about trading him away for something else. It's just I don't know what else we need at the moment. We're looking really good. We can take a look at the lineup too with Trey Turner. He's now our leadoff guy. Basically swapping Trey Turner for Mondesi in the lineup. And then it's basically the same lineup it's been. Riley Green's here, batting third. I think he's going to have a big season this year. And then it's everyone else. And Tyler Frank's also taking the starting spot from Torkelson. And Torkelson's fallen off a lot too. His potential is now 3 stars instead of 4 or 4.5 that it used to be. But he has a good bat. I wish that contact would get up, but we'll see. I think he's fighting for his future here, really. He's not really been great. I've almost thought about trading him too, but I think I'm going to give him just a little bit more time. Besides that, I think Tyler Frank's the odd man out, and then we would call up Carter Young. And then we also have this guy, Riley Cornelio, who we just drafted too this past draft. He looks decent already. He's probably more Major League ready than Jack Leiter, in my opinion. They're both the same exact age too. So I'm not sure necessarily what we're going to do with Jack Leiter, but we have plenty of depth in the starting rotation if we can go ahead and make this trade for Rogers. I'll probably see you guys when we're hearing back about that trade, or we're hearing back from any of the free agents we tried to sign so far. All right, here we are a few days later, and we finally have the trade details worked out for the Miami trade. We are going to give up Tyler Frank, Jim Little, Montero here, who's a starting pitcher, 1.5-star overall, 2-star potential, decent pitches. Don't think he's ever going to be anything great. I was fine with getting rid of him. And then a throw-in piece, Griffin Brown. Obviously, there's nothing special about him. There's nothing. He's never going to be a major league pitcher, in my opinion. So I was fine with throwing him in, and we get Trevor Rogers in return. No money swapping hands this time. We're going to go ahead and complete this trade. Let's see if the fans are happy about it. The fans are very happy about it. That's good. That's what I like to see. Here's the trade. And then I also wanted to go over some free agent signings. Boston actually goes ahead and signs Jose Ramirez to a deal. Let's go ahead and see what it's worth. It's a 5-year deal, $28 million a year. Yeah, there was no way we were going to be able to offer that much money, especially over that long of a time. He's going to be 36 when it expires. I never would have offered him that much. And then the Los Angeles Dodgers go ahead and get Matt Chapman to a $128 million deal over 4 years. Let's see how much that comes out to. It's 32 with a player opt-out too after that second year. So that's actually a pretty good deal for the Dodgers, in my opinion. He's only 30, so that's not a bad deal at all. Not surprised they signed him. They have a lot of money. We don't, so those are the 2 big third basemen taken off of the market. I'm happy with the deal we just did. Let's go see how that shakes up our lineup, or starting rotation now. Now it's going to be Castillo, Rogers, Woodruff, and then Lejay, and probably Tukey. Casey's injured, but we have to bring him on the roster in the offseason, so he's not there. Domingo Germán's now an odd man out. He's still really good. I don't know if we'll be able to get anything for him in a trade. I might see what I can do, though, but I really doubt anything's going to get to happen with him. He might just sit in AAA if he's okay with that. If not, he might just have to get waived or released. We'll see. I'm really happy, though, with the moves we made. Now we're just waiting to hear back from Josh Hader, and I think that's the last move I have in the works right now. We're going to try and make more. I'm not sure for what yet. We still need a few pieces, I feel like, but I'm really happy with that for now, so I'll see you guys next time we're making a move. All right, here we are, December 26th. the day of the Rule 5 draft, but first I want to go over some signings that have happened across the league. Noah Syndergaard signs a $108 million deal over 5 years with the Angels. That's a good signing for them, I think. Milwaukee goes ahead and gets Chapman from us. Not from us, but he used to be with us for a $16.8 million deal over 2 years. So that's a solid deal for them. Not bad. Whit Merrifield goes ahead and signs with the Astros to a $91 million deal over, I'm not sure how many years. Let's go check. Over 4 years, so 22 a year. It's not bad. It's pretty old, though, so that might age poorly. I'm not sure. And then lastly, we have Mondesi signing with the Cincinnati Reds for $28 million a year for 4 years. And we do actually get a compensation pick in the supplemental first round. So that's really, honestly, I'm fine with that. That's a good place to get a good player potentially, and we end up replacing him anyway. So I'm fine with that. That's a good signing for them, though. All right, let's get straight into the Rule 5 draft. It shouldn't be too exciting. There's really one guy I'm looking at, and it's Aaron Bronco here. Bradshaw. There's no N. Bradshaw, I guess. He's 2-star overall, 4-star potential. He's only 22. He has decent ratings, hitting-wise. He's done good across all the minor league systems he's played for. I'm not sure if I'm actually going to draft him if he's even there, but he's the only person I'm considering at the moment. There's no one here that's even good. The best player is Blake Taylor, and there's no reason for me to bring him in. He looks decent, but we have enough bullpen arms, like I've been saying. Even after getting rid of some, we should still have enough. There's no one here I really want, so we'll just see what happens. We'll start the draft, and we'll auto-pick until our pick. Let's see who gets chosen. Nobody's been chosen, so we do have the opportunity to go out and get the guy we want if we want him. I just don't know if it'll work out having him on the roster. Let's go take a look at our lineups real fast. So right now our roster looks like this. Our offensive side of the ball looks like this. I am thinking about trading away Evan White, though, so maybe that opens up a spot on the team. We already have our middle infielder guy, Carter Young here. We have our outfielder. We have our catcher. So that sort of leaves one spot here as a DH, but I just don't think he's that good to be a DH for us. So I think we're just going to go ahead and we're just going to skip the draft here. Let's go ahead and just skip this pick. We're just going to skip it all. So that's basically, this is over. We're not going to get anybody. There's no one I like. I'm fine with that. I don't know if there's any other moves except for waiting for Josh Hader to get back to us. There's nothing that's coming up on the events here until spring training. And I'll probably simulate that off camera, and then next episode we'll just pick up from opening day. So I guess I'll see you guys when we're hearing back from Josh Hader next. Finally, we hear back from Josh Hader right before the new year starts. He signs with us. The fans are happy about it. Let's go look at the contract one more time. It's a 4-year deal, 52.8 total for the deal. This year it's going to be 9.3, and then it's going to go to 14.5 the years after that. We promised the role of closer for him. There's a no-trade clause, and he has an all-star bonus. I'm happy with that deal. That's a decent deal for an elite closer. He has pitched good in these sims, too. You know, look at these ERAs, 2.18, 1.89, 1.79. His FIPs have been good. They've been sub 2.5 every single year. Great ERA plus, great FIP minus, good strikeouts to innings. I like all of that. He's going to be a really solid piece for us. I don't think his age is going to affect anything either. He's 29 and a half pretty much. He's signed through his 33-year-old season. That's not too far in a pitcher's lifetime there. So I'm happy with that. That's a good deal for us. I think that's going to do it, though, for this episode. We're just going to go ahead and end it here by adding him to the bullpen right here. We're going to go see how it looks. And there it goes. Josh Hader's now our closer. Munoz and Martinez are a setup now. Garcia, Corto-Real, our new guy there, is also in the middle relief with Garcia. And then Domingo Germán is probably not, he's definitely not going to be in the bullpen, but he's probably not going to be on the roster. So it's probably going to be either Doval or Lang probably in this middle relief. And then Tukey's also going to be in the rotation here. So that leaves Joey Gerber more than likely as the long relief, and then Aaron Fletcher as the lefty specialist. And then we go to the rotation real fast. Let's go for that. It's Castillo, Rogers, Woodruff, Leger, and Toussaint as the starting 5 for this year. Casey Mize hopefully will be back at some point this year. Our lineup's looking real good. Let's have him. Okay, this is how it's going to look right now. It's going to be Trey Turner leading it off, then Trey Harris, Riley Green, Sano, Austin Riley, Torkelson, Bart, Cespedes, and then Evan White for now. That's still something that could happen off camera in between now and opening day. Evan White might get moved. He might not to. He might just have to be on our team. The only issue I have with him is that it kicks Sano out of the starting lineup here. Our manager doesn't want him to be in the starting lineup whenever there's no DH, which is kind of fine. I'm fine with him being a DH for us maybe. I would just prefer his bat every single game, but I mean, we're in the American League, so it's not that big of a deal, I guess. That's going to do it for this episode. Make sure you guys like and subscribe for more. Next episode will be very exciting. We're starting the brand new season. Make sure to tune in for that, and thank you for watching.